It's been a long week, right? Are you ready to wind down? Why not? It's time for the Wine Time Fridays podcast with Shelley and Phil. Neither are sommeliers, but both have a deep passion for life, each other, and of course, delicious wine. And now, here to talk about this week over a glass of wine is Shelley and Phil. It's wine time.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Wine Time Fridays with Shelley and Phil, episode 161 on this Friday, May 19, 2023. Shelley, happy Friday. It's wine time.
Happy Friday. I know you can't hear it on the YouTube. However,
It's funny when you talk and are ringing it, I can hear it, but when you're not talking, it's that high pitched. This seems like a really good time, Shelley, in this part of the episode to say we're going to be drinking an Oregon wine from A to Z Wine Works.
Yep.
2021 Chardonnay. And so for the third week in a row, I don't have to pull out the cork.
no.
Screw. The cork screw.
The cork. Either.
Yes, I know you already have yours.
I was showing it was pouring into mine from yours.
Oh, gotcha. Did you not notice how much I poured? That's a pretty good amount. This smells really good. It's a little effervescent. Is it effervescent for you?
No.
I mean,
You have your blur on, so people can't really see, but I don't really see that. It's acidic. Smells really good.
look,
You have a different bottle than me then. I don't have any fizz in mine.
no, I've got the blur off. I will put that up one more time. So I'm starting to do this on YouTube now. I'm starting to do what Gary did back in the day. And when they are tasting wine, I have a little thing go on the bottom what the wine is and price point and all that stuff. So 2, Shelley, health, wealth, and abundance, gratitude, romance, and
Peace on her.
yes.
You couldn't wait to drink it.
Mm-mm.
This is really nice Chardonnay. This is A to Z Wine Works. I understand why they call it Wine Works because it's kind of a group of people who run this winery. It's really interesting. It started in 2002 by about 5 people, and they've added more people. So they have a team of wine industry veterans running it. They make Pinot Noir, of course. They make Pinot Gris, of course.
Yep.
They make a rosé, but it's a rosé of Sangiovese, which I thought was interesting. Not
That is
rosé
interesting.
Pinot Noir.
Yeah, that is
They
very.
make Chardonnay, and they make Riesling, and then they have some bubbles.
Well, they have a little bubbles in this glass, seemingly.
I have no bubbles in mine. Maybe it was out too long.
I mean, you saw it. It's got that little fizz going. Not fizzbo. Fizz.
I don't have any fizz. It's
Uh,
interesting.
This is a really nice nose.
It's been aged in neutral oak and then stainless steel. There's really not much oak on this.
I was gonna say I'm getting like no oak, but there's a depth to it. So there you go. The neutral oak will give it a little bit of that depth, and of course stainless. But there's no new oak on it. The neutral oak, of course, keeps that. Sorry. Turn off my notifications. The new oak, of course, gives it that caramel, popcorn. It's really interesting. Butter, yeah. Caramel. I guess I said caramel, so caramel.
Caramel, potato.
Brown sugar. all that fun stuff.
Sugar.
But this has not got that at all.
Nope. I get apple, a lot of citrus. It's like almost that kind of Sauvignon Blanc citrus in a little bit, and a lot of acidity on this one. I got some celery in it, and they're talking about, and lemongrass, but they're talking about flint. So I'm wondering if the flint is like the celery. I don't know. And they were saying linnedew. I have no idea what that is. Do you?
Linnedew.
Linnedew or linalool? Linalool.
I have not ever heard that term before.
Me either. But that's a flavor profile.
Should I check with Bard right now? Let's do that.
Google it.
No. How do you spell that?
Linaloo.
LLO or LOO?
Linaloo.
Well, this is real time on Wine Time Fridays using artificial intelligence to answer our "What is linalool?" question. Now, linalool is a terpene alcohol found in over 200 plant species, including lavender, mint, and cannabis. It is a colorless to pale yellow liquid with strong, sweet floral odor. Linalool, it's actually linalool, is used in a variety of products, including cosmetics, perfumes, and aromatherapy. Yeah.
Now we know.
Yeah, it's got a number of potential health benefits, is what it says. Hey, we're here to educate not only on wine, but on some of the wine profile descriptors.
So what does this go with? Fish tacos. They recommend fish tacos, Caesar salad. Sounds good to me. Popcorn also sounds good.
Yeah.
What other kinds of things would you pair with Chardonnay?
What kind would I pair? There are a multitude of things, Shelley. We've got, seafood. It will pair with a variety of seafood dishes, mostly white fish, I think. But you got grilled fish, shellfish, sushi. This wine's acidity will help kind of cut through the richness of the seafood. I don't know if I'd pair this with salmon, though. So just saying. Also chicken. Almost any kind of chicken you're putting together.
I don't know if I'd pair it with the red sauce.
No, or a Cajun herb and spice sort of thing. Maybe not. How about pasta? With white sauce. That would be a good one. Of course.
Charcuterie.
Cheese. Yeah.
Cheese, maybe not the rest of the charcuterie. But yeah.
Right. Yeah. Salami, things like this. I don't know. I don't know if this could stand up to that. But definitely the white cheeses and the bries, things like that. And of course, Shelley, because you never know about what life brings you, always eat dessert first, because life is so uncertain. This Chardonnay would probably go.
Well, you screwed up that saying.
I sure did. I tried to recover. But this Chardonnay would.
Life is so uncertain. Eat dessert first.
Thank you. I never did get it right, did I? So there's something, it's really interesting when we try these wines. Last week, you said you may have tried yours too quickly out of the fridge, didn't give it time to open up. And then as we evolved in the episode, it did open up a little bit. But this one, I had the same, I'm right out of the fridge. And yet, as it's warming up, I'm getting a lot more softer, more mellow notes in this, which I just, this is what's
some pear, some apple.
Yes, a golden apple. I'm back at golden apple again.
We don't even eat golden apples.
Golden delicious. That is what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's what I meant. Golden delicious.
okay. So what's this week's wine word of the week?
You know what? We're going to talk about that in about 60 seconds.
Okay. Welcome back to Wine Time Fridays, episode 161. We're about to reveal the wine word of the week, sponsored by
Naked Wines. Yeah, it is Austere. Austere. How do you pronounce that?
Austere. But
Austere.
you know what? Austin Armstrong said if you want to get intention on your shorts or your video shorts, YouTube shorts, TikToks, Reels, mispronounce a word and everyone will write in, that's not how it sounds.
That's a great hack right there. I thought you were trying to say when I want to get attention on my shorts, and then you're going to tell me what kind of shorts to wear. But that wasn't what you were talking about at all.
It wasn't. I was talking about Austin Armstrong, who is killing it on his Facebook Reels.
Oh, that's the one that Michael Stelzner brought up. Yes. That's a really interesting story, by the way. I found that whole thing really fascinating to the point where...
Yeah, he has some really good tips that anyone can use, really.
Yep. So anyway, Austere.
Austere.
In the wine world, Austere is used to describe a wine that is high in acidity and tannins and low in fruit flavors. This wine, I don't believe, is Austere.
No, it is high in acidity, but it certainly is not high in tannins.
Yeah, and it certainly has some fruits.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Austere wines can be challenging to drink for some people when they are young, but they can, not when the people are young, when the wines are young, but they can develop complexity and...
Both can be true.
Both can be true. That's very true. Now, it's interesting. Some of the characteristics you're going to find in an austere wine, you're going to have the high acidity, high tannins, low fruits, but you'll also have some tight structure, which comes with a young wine. Maybe hints of minerality, which I do get in this. All can be a little challenging to drink when they're young and can develop complexity and elegance as they age, like we said. This is really delicious. 2021, A to Z Wine Works, Oregon Chardonnay, because it's still Oregon Wine Month. If we were offering some tips for enjoying austere wines, what would they be?
Serve them at a cool temperature. Now, I guess if you serve them at a cool temperature, you won't get as many flavors. So
yeah, that's the kind of you're weighing those things, right? You want to accompany them with food that can help to balance out the acidity and tannins. I don't really get a lot of tannins in white wines. I can't remember the last time I felt tannins in a white wine.
I really don't think this applies to a white wine. Some people believe that if it's austere, it indicates that the wine could lie down a lot longer.
Interesting.
So it's more tight and like maybe there is a lot of tannin, a lot of alcohol, but it's not coming out right then. So you could lie it down for 10 years or so and you might get much.
You know, it's funny. I'm looking at this stuff and you're right. Because we're having a Chardonnay, we kind of thought this was regarding white wine, but no, it's regarding red wine.
Right.
Yeah. Interesting. Anyway.
We thought this was, I didn't think it was about white wine.
No, just because we're having the white, I kind of went that way. And
I see.
It's just kind of weird. I should pay better attention. Anyway, so do we remember maybe the last austere wine we had? Because there are times, Shelley, where we have had a wine and you've used that word.
Okay.
Yeah. It hasn't been recent, so I'll
No,
never.
it's been quite a while.
Yeah,
It would
but
be more of like a bigger wine that just wasn't showing as a big, pretty bright wine. Just needs time to age.
yeah, you're very good um, at pulling out the descriptors of a wine profile. I'm still learning about that.
So, some people say that it means the wine smells like poo.
Well, there we go. We had cat urine 2-3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and now we have poo.
Oh, yeah, poo.
And last week we had buttload.
Certainly not fruit forward.
Well, depend. Yeah. I've been listening to a podcast, not a podcast, a book that they keep referring to this one product from the book's author's student. It's the Poopery. Have you heard of Poopery? Yeah.
Everyone has heard of poopery.
Everyone has? Yeah. Well, I have only because that's what Lindsay and Brian have at their Airbnbs, because they have a little spray Poopery. And so
you can buy it at Costco.
Yeah. There's
Joann's
also
Fabrics.
What's that?
You can buy it at Joann's Fabrics.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of interesting. Anyway, yeah, I am going to listen to the episode where this author has the founder of Poopery on as a guest. Should we put that in the show notes, or is that way off topic?
I think that's pretty off topic.
You said poo.
I'm just reading what somebody wrote.
That's so funny. There's so many things to pull to put in the front from this episode so far. I love that.
You said poo.
You said poo. Dun, 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 dun. It's super funny. I
would like the meaning of Easter egg. What is it?
Oh, I thought we mentioned that a couple, 3-4 weeks ago. Okay, so when we put hashtag Easter egg, it means there's something after the music on the episode, something that either is Russell Man driven, that's too crass, but it's worth still having on. But a lot of times, so it's like you want people to go hunting for this content. And if, like, I think for Jay Bookwalter, we put an Easter egg on that one. It just means it's some content that's way after this, not way after, but right after the song, we'll go into some more content. Can be anywhere from 15 or 20 seconds. It's been as long as 20 or 20, not 20, 2 to 2.5 minutes. I think we did that with the Apple Cup Boys, put some stuff at the end. When Drew Bledsoe said, "Oh, Shelley, this is going so well."
Don't ever mention USC around him.
That's so funny. Anyway, so that if you go to the website and go in the search bar, hashtag Easter egg, you will find all the episodes that have those Easter eggs. Just easy to do.
Maybe we should offer a prize for Easter eggs. People have to find them.
I love that. You know what? Because we talked about this not too long ago. We were going to come up with we are going to have some Wine Time Fridays products. Now, they're not going to be anything super extravagant. It'll be a wine opener. It may be a spit bucket. We've thought about that. So what we'll do is when we're ready, we will put on the Easter egg, anybody who listens to this will send you, or the first person will send you this or something like that.
Speaking of spit buckets, let's talk about wines we enjoyed this week.
We should do that right after the break.
Again.
Oh, good. Welcome back to Wine Time Fridays with Shelley and Phil, episode 161, May 19th, where we've been enjoying, I've been enjoying. Have you been enjoying this, Shelley?
The wine? Yeah.
Yeah. The A to Z Wine Works 2021 Oregon Chardonnay. And, we had a King Estate Pinot Gris last week that was really nice also. And next week, we're going to have a Chardonnay and a Pinot, we think, which will wrap up. Pinot Noir, yes, which will wrap up the Oregon Wine Month. And then we move on to June, which is Idaho month. Can't wait about that. So yeah, wines we enjoyed this week. Let's talk about that one.
Or wines. Well, what did you enjoy this week?
I didn't have a glass of wine this week.
So this is wine I did not enjoy this week. And so since we always talk about wines that we like, you may think we never say anything bad. And we try not to, but this one was just too bad not to say anything about. So I've been trying to find wines with lower alcohol. And there are some people who are going about making those wines with lower alcohol. And when you dry farm them, you can actually get some good wines. I don't think this particular wine was dry farmed. I'm not sure how they did it, but this is a non-vintage cupcake, lighthearted Chardonnay.
Lighthearted
Chardonnay. It's 80 calories per glass. It's only 8% alcohol.
All good. That's all good.
And less than 1 gram of sugar.
And yet.
Per serving. And if I don't throw many wines down the drain, I would throw this one down the drain. So don't bother getting it. Just don't bother.
So
sorry, cupcakes, but suck it up.
Oh my God. Now that's going on the front end. Here's the funny thing. I just changed on the show notes wines we did not enjoy this week.
I was wondering, like, maybe I'm gonna put a little sugar in it and test it again. It was
that's
just
interesting.
It had a very weird smell. I'm not even sure what kind of smell it was. It was super sour and just not very pleased. Oh, it's like I had to gulp it down like this.
Okay.
So no, I wouldn't drink any more of it. I'll put some sugar in and see what happens.
Do you still have it then? Or you? Okay. So here's the interesting thing. I've got in a little bit of trouble on this podcast from Shelley because I gulped some wine down.
That you didn't like.
No, I do that to get the glass empty.
Oh, see, why would you do that? Enjoy the wine.
You gulped the wine down because you didn't like it.
No, I didn't gulp it down. I was like trying to gulp it down.
Oh, I'm trying to gulp it down. Like you will.
But I couldn't do.
That is so funny. Which is really not funny because life is too short to drink bad wine.
That's right.
Hashtag that up. We
this is a good one.
Have a couple other things. I wanted to mention that we referenced Gary Vaynerchuk at the very front end of this episode. Shelley, he's starting back up Wine Library TV.
Yay. I mean, that's very interesting
now,
in and of itself, but I wonder why.
I'm not sure he's doing it every week, but he's I just watched the recent one and he did a Oyster Bay Sauvignon Blanc, completely panned it. The Santa Margarita Pinot Gris,
completely panned it.
There is one.
We don't really like that one either. I mean, I like Oyster Bay. It's okay.
But the Santa Margarita is $22 bottle of wine.
Yeah,
and
but it's
not
sweet.
that good. Yeah.
No, it's not that good.
He also reviewed a wine that's actually in our wine club that we just got this week on Tuesday. That's a wine from Chile. I believe it's Cabernet Sauvignon from Chile. Anyway, I'm just.
Hopefully you liked that one.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Oh, by the way, so we watched a webinar not too long ago that had Matthew McConaughey in it. Remember that? And you were asking me what I didn't like about it, among a lot of things. One thing, he's an actor trying to pitch things, and this is what he would do. He would do, like when he's in deep in thought.
Reminds me of.
Yeah, right? Really? But that turned me
Another Austere.
so much because he's an actor and he really thought this was this thinking thing.
It's also a little bit like Clinton.
I did not have sex with that person.
Now you have to rate our YouTube.
No, I don't. No, I didn't swear.
You can say that.
I don't think sex is a swear word. Okay, we have more things to wrap this.
We do?
Up. Yep. So what we haven't mentioned yet is actually why we're having this Chardonnay. It's both National Wine Day in the U.S. and National Chardonnay Day this coming Thursday, the 25th of May. And so because it fell in Oregon Wine Month, we wanted to have an Oregon Chardonnay. So we're checking off a lot of boxes for this one.
Yeah.
And we love Chardonnay. Even though we said last week that we're not going to talk about Chardonnay for summer wines, this would be a fantastic summer wine.
This would
What
be.
is Chardonnay?
Oh, the price point is about $16. So not bad for a Chardonnay.
No. And you know what we have not been doing is rating these wines. What do you think?
This one's pretty good, pretty damn good. I would
Pretty damn
say.
good.
Mhm.
Perfect. I am still trying to figure out on the WordPress deal why I'm getting question marks on all of these emojis. So I'm going to figure that out, but it's probably not.
Are you doing copy and paste from the emoji
I've
site?
actually got a plugin that will do emojis, and that hasn't worked either. Now I'm thinking it's the font that I'm using. Do you remember back in the day, Shelley?
So you're going to edit this out, right?
Maybe not. We'll see. Do you remember back in the day when it was super easy to take a blog post and change the font? I thought it was always very easy. You just picked out the font and went. Now that's not the case. So I'm working on that. Anyway, I digress. So I also wanted to mention on the back of this bottle, I want to see if it says this on your bottle too. What does it say on the back of your bottle?
Besides, I don't know. I can't read it right now.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what mine says. Vibrant, versatile, and delicious on its own. But that's not what caught my attention. Brings out the best in food, friends, and Fridays. Because we are Wine Time Fridays. Yeah, so coming up in the future, International Sommelier Day on the 3rd of June, National Cheese Day on the 4th of June, National Bubbly Day on the 5th of June, World Verdejo Day on the 10th of June. We're going to have one, I swear to God. Prosecco Week is June 11th to the 16th, according to Wine Folly anyway. National Rosé Day is the 10th of June. International Drink Chenin Blanc Day. We're going to have one of those too on the 16th, my sister's birthday. And Drink Chenin Blanc Day on the 20th of June. Might as well throw Lambrusco in there on the 21st. With a little bit of knowledge, wine becomes a lot less overwhelming. Thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week with another Oregon wine or two.
Thank you for spending part of your day to wind down with Shelley and Phil. Remember, you can listen to any episode of the Wine Time Fridays podcast by visiting winetimefridays.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And join us on our Wine Time Fridays Facebook page, Instagram, or on Twitter, which is @VintageTweets, for daily conversation. Until next week, here's our toast to you. To health, wealth, abundance, gratitude, peace on earth, and of course, romance.